Welcome to the Autauga Football Review with Coach Bobby Carr. Coach, we played Tuscaloosa this past week. It was homecoming, got a big win. Just talk about just the game as a whole starting out.
Well, recognizing 50 years of our school being open and a lot of alumni coming back. We had a lot of distractions, which, it was good to see our alumni get recognized. But as a head coach, you worry about those distractions on the field, especially playing a good team like Tuscaloosa. But again, we were able to put all that, behind us and focus on the game and get things done and get the win.
Another big start, opening kickoff return again, second time this in the past 2 games. Again, I guess teams are just going to stop kicking to us, you think?
Hope not. We've got a lot of athleticism on this team, and it's not just 1 or 2 guys. There's 4, 5, or 6 guys that can take it to the house anytime they touch it. So that was really good to see us get started off like that, and then we kind of fizzled out and didn't really get going again until the second half. But yeah, it was good. It's always good to start off with a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Talking about the second half, you kind of mentioned the first half. We got out 14-3, and then a fumble return for a touchdown. But talk about the second half. We made some adjustments in the second half coming into halftime, and then we just kind of imposed our will on them. Just kind of talk about the second half just a little bit.
Yeah, I think depth and the heat probably took a little toll on Tuscaloosa. I think which was good for our guys. It's glad to see us finally getting in the shape we need to be in. But again, the challenge, going in, we made a few adjustments at halftime, but not a lot. Biggest thing was we wanted Tay to get the ball in our athletes' hands and let those guys make plays for us. And when we can get our athletes in space, usually good things happen, and that's what happened in the second half.
Absolutely. Well, going to our athletes, Coach, we got an Offensive Player of the Week. Second time this year has been Raymond Cutler. Big night receiving, 3 touchdowns receiving, over 100 yards receiving. Just talk about Raymond and just the type of athlete he is and just what he brings just to the explosiveness of this offense.
I just think that's what he does, who he is. It's just another day at the office for Raymond Cutler. We expect that every day, and I think he expects that of himself. I've already talked to a couple of collegiate coaches the last few days about him, and he's going to make somebody a special player in the future.
Good deal. When we come back, we'll talk to Raymond Cutler, Offensive Player of the Week. Welcome to the Autauga Football Review, Offensive Player of the Week. This is Raymond Cutler. How you doing, Raymond?
I'm doing good.
Raymond, this is your second time getting picked as the Offensive Player of the Week for this season. Just talk about just being picked for the second time. How does it make you feel?
It made me feel good, and I gotta give props to my teammates because without them, I wouldn't even be.
Just talk about going into TA. Big win, 40-16. I know in the first half we kind of started quick and then kind of slacked off, and then the second half we kind of just kind of broke everything open. Just talk about how the offense played as a whole.
I think we played as a whole pretty well. Like the first and second quarter, I think that we had a couple of jitters or something because it was homecoming. But after halftime, we started playing like our normal selves.
I know we had some protection problems. Couldn't get the ball off, but I know we kind of got that fixed at halftime. Just talk about Tay and just what he did just to kind of get you the ball. I think he had 3 receiving touchdowns, a couple long ones, had one big run, broke about 3 tackles. Just talk about just kind of how all those just came about.
I think he did a good job of adjusting and making good passes, checking down, throwing the deep passes when it was necessary.
Last thing, we got a big game this week. We're going back down to Florida, playing Pensacola Catholic. Just talk about them and just what the challenges are going to be to go down there and play them, and this is their homecoming. So just talk about the challenges that we're going to have going back down to Florida.
I know it's going to be a real challenging game. I feel like the coaches as a whole did a good job of preparing us mentally and physically for the game, and it's up to us to go down there and execute.
Last thing, can I get your best impression of Coach Carr?
My best impression of Coach Carr would probably be, throw the ball, Tay, throw it now.
And that's kind of weird that you did that because that was also Teddy. So obviously Coach Carr does that a lot during practice.
Yeah, he do.
This is Raymond Cutler, Offensive Player of the Week. Welcome back. That was Raymond Cutler. Coach, let's go to the defensive side of the ball. I thought we had a really good plan against Tuscaloosa. They had two really good athletes in the backfield, one really good athlete out wide. Just talk about the defense and just how they play as a whole and about our plan against Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Story always comes up with a really good plan. Does a great job every week. But at the end of the day, we can only put a plan together and we can only coach so much. Guys have to make plays, and that's what we did in the ball game the other night. I thought we played really well. Really pleased with our defense.
Our defense player of the week this week was Willie Willis, Coach. Led the team in tackles, I believe, this past week. Came off of kind of a little nagging hamstring injury, but played really well. Just talk about Willie and just what he brings to our defense.
Willie's going to bring it every day. Even ask our offensive linemen or anybody on our offense. He to me is one of the best practice players I've ever coached. He has a great desire to want to be the best. Want to be great every single day, not just on Friday nights like you see a lot of high school guys. I mean, he wants to be the best every single day, whether it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So, and he's been a great leader and a big asset to our defense.
Also, when we come back, we'll talk to Willie Willis, Defensive Player of the Week. Welcome to the Talking Football Review Defensive Player of the Week. This is Willie Willis. How you doing, Willie?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Willie, you got nominated for the Defensive Player of the Week this week. You played Tuscaloosa, big win, big homecoming win, 50th anniversary of the school. Led the team in tackles. Just talk about the defense and how they played against Tuscaloosa.
Well, first off, it was a tough practice. Going into this game, we had to prepare right for them. But going into the game, we got settled down. We struggled at first, but after we made some adjustments, we got right. Settled down. We got the win.
What were some of the challenges facing a quarterback that can run? He can run and throw, dual threat, running the little veer option out of the spread. Just talk about the challenges that we had, or do you think we really had a challenge? You think the game plan was really good, catered toward putting you in position to make plays on that quarterback?
I mean, on film, they looked pretty good, but like when we got into the game, I was like, this is easier than I thought it was. The D-line actually helped me out a lot, from, the run game and the speed option, all that stuff. So, the defensive end, Jackson Hall, did a good job with the, spread out with the quarterback. So, it was good overall.
Going into a big game this week, we got Pensacola Catholic coming up. Going back down to Florida, I know the last time we went down to Florida didn't really work out in our favor, and I know we want to kind of redeem that. But we're going to play a team, Pensacola Catholic, that's really good, 5-0. It's their homecoming. Just talk about the challenges that we're going to have facing them.
First off, their wing tee they run is going to be pretty tough to stop. But, we have a great plan. Defense coordinator, Coach Story, got a great plan for us to, stop the run. We just got to have the right mindsets lock in, and we should get the win,
Last thing, and I'll let you go. Give us your best impression of Coach Carr.
Coach Carr. All right. Dang, you didn't throw the ball right. You got to throw the ball right. You got to hit it. It's too slow. That's the best I got.
Good deal. That's Willie Willis, Defensive Player of the Week. Welcome back. That was Willie Willis. Coach, let's go into Pensacola Catholic. Going back down to Florida, big test this week. Just a great team in Pensacola Catholic. They're undefeated. It's their homecoming this week. Going to be live on TV. Just talk about the challenges again of going back down to Florida, but playing a team like Pensacola Catholic.
Yeah, a lot of people ask why we play the teams that we play. Why not play the teams in our area or in our league? But I just, to get great rewards, sometimes you got to take big chances, and that's kind of where we are right now. Again, like I've said in the past, can't hardly get anybody to play us in our league outside of our region. So again, we like these type. It's great exposure for our school, great exposure for our team. Everybody knows about Pensacola Catholic. They're loaded. They got multiple players of Division I athletes. It's going to be a tremendous task, but our kids are extremely excited. I can tell they're focused. I can tell they're locked in. We just got to go out and execute and, give it all we got and see what happens. Hopefully, we win the turnover deal there and, just find a way to be standing at the end of the day.
Awesome. Just a couple of notes. We had a quarterback club meeting last night here in the field house. Thanks for all the dads that showed up, and that was a really good meeting. We still need some more dads to kind of kick in and want to be involved with our program. So please make plans to attend the next meeting, which will be next week. We'll have more on that. Also, the game will be televised down in Pensacola. We'll put the link in the description below. So if you can't make it down there, at least you can support us by watching on TV. Coach, let's go down and get that victory.
Sounds good.
Go Generals.